Yeah, it appears to be recording. Anyway, oops, no band-aid on this one. Yeah, camera trouble. Yeah, lots of camera trouble. All 59 cameras didn't work. So anyway, they are whatever, deads, whatever the hell they are. Dead something, nettle something. Purple dead nettle or whatever. Anyway, I just planted the tomato garden. So at least, not too bad before June anyway. In the ground, growing and such. So, anyway, work this weekend. Anyway, I don't really have a subject. I have subjects, but they're all subjects everybody hates. But the modeling subject, I guess I should stick with a little bit in terms of modeling psychology. Because, Piero just made another one of these, blah, 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 spiritually informed, and which just means he's informed by his emotional feelings. And, it's just such pretentious nonsense. Like he's more in touch with his feelings, and so that's why his feelings can tell him important things and guide him through life and blah 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 blah. And it's just such mush. And then his whole moral equation is just such a crock of crap. It's just totally irrational standards for what qualifies as being worthy of care and concern. And you're just saying, well, wow, this isn't rational analysis. This is basically just saying humans are built correctly. Let's just go with the model. So this subjectivist, nepotistic, my kid's better than your kid nonsense, and that's what it is, nonsense, should be elevated. That's what these intellectuals, these people in touch with their bullshit think, is that when we draw our circles of merit, how you will treat something, what priority it takes, your own kind come first. It's not a test of merit. It's a test of, again, we're back to what vagina you fall out of should make a difference. It's just go with your ego, not your rationality. Go with your bigotries. Go with your subjective conditioning. If you've been conditioned to like to eat sushi, then sushi is the coolest food. You should fight for the right of sushi to own the universe. It's just totally not logical or rational. Totally not recognizing a sensible model of psychology and understanding that how psychology is formed and constructed is not rationally based, that most of your preferences are not reason based, your physiological preferences I'm talking about, so your food desires, your sexual desires, your sound desires, the things associated with what stimulates you emotionally, physiologically, they're not rationally created in you. They're not rationally programmed. They're irrationally programmed by circumstantial nonsense. And yes, sometimes your emotional state can can parallel a rational equation, like where you gain great satisfaction from doing good works in the world, and you are repulsed and disgusted when you are given anything that you didn't earn or something. And that's that kind of emotional character might exist, but it's not the it's not the mean or the average or anything else. It's obviously, we're all by nature a bit selfish, a lot selfish actually, and we don't emotionally turn out to be it's obvious. We look at our society, what do we admire You can see the crassness of it. Sports, instead of curing diseases, we ticker tape parade people for nonsense, and we grieve and mourn because people died in a ludicrously silly way. All of a sudden they're more special somehow. Their life was more important and more great because they died spectacularly. It's just totally irrational. And if smart people aren't going to be saying that to the world, that, wait a minute, our values are so broken, we're not getting the real picture here at all. There's duplicity, hypocrisy, bigotry sewn into all of these reactions, and we ought to get over that crap. But if the intelligent people ain't going to say it, certainly dumb fuckers aren't. So, what can you say? You're bad, If you got a brain, you got some sort of cognitive capacities, you really should be able to figure out that your feelings aren't the place to go to find the truth. That, you're, it's very rarely, certainly your body sometimes tells you what it needs. But let's get real. Most of the time, what you think you need is an ice cream cone and a Lamborghini, and you don't think those things. You don't feel that for a good reason. You feel that for completely ego-controlled reasons, and we should be able to just admit that. That an awful lot of what we do and what we're motivated to do. Is to impress somebody or to, a pride mechanism, and that this is not a healthy reason for people to be doing things. Healthy in terms of a social context of healthy. Selfishness doesn't work as a social construct, and smart people should be able to say that. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't need. I shouldn't be the standard bearer. I shouldn't have to be the one showing up to explain this. The nobles should be doing it, and they're not. But that's the farce of it all. There's an awful lot of naked emperors out there. People with their degrees who haven't learned anything. Certainly haven't learned what credibility is, because this is just incredible nonsense. Here's my declaration of appropriate bigotry. Yeah, it's okay to hate Jews and blacks, but not Muslims. And that's how irrational this subjectivist crap gets. It's useless in recognizing the gameplay again. We're back to the game. It's about the game. It's not about you. If you can't figure that one out, wow. You can't be called intelligent either. That there's any such thing as a circle, that anything should be in the circle for any other reason than merit. I'm sorry. If you think things should be in that circle for some other reason than a meritorious reason, then you've got a broken system. Yeah. It all should be earned. Deserve should have something to do with it. Yeah, let's say that over and over. Deserve should have something to do with it. Yeah, intelligent people should be able to say those words. Deserve should have something to do with it. Yeah, I just marvel again at, how disappointed I am, that I have to argue something that simple. That we can do better than nature, or we can do better than silly bigotry, nepotism, patriotism, all the isms. Come on. Fuck. Anyway. So anyway, nope, I did it. Yeah. Gotta go all the way back home. Yeah, I said anyway. Now I have to come up with some other penalty. Chew on my nipple. I can't reach it. Something. Sing the hopscotch song. I don't know the hopscotch song, so I'd have to make it up. Anyway, I'm kind of not. Oh man. Jesus. Okay, I gotta stop anyway. I gotta stop. You be stupid, Gary. Don't say that word. Okay. That's a penalty. Okay then. Yeah, moving on. So we can model our brain, understand its component parts, define them and describe them. And it seems really we have to be on the same page with this stuff to have conversation, I suppose. It's almost to the quantum subject again. There is this requirement to accept Superman exists. They'll tell me he exists. So where I want to explain that the train was put back on the tracks by a bunch of engineers and workmen, they want to say Superman showed up and did it. And they're always going to come up with Superman did it every time there's not a videotape. And in this whole brain construct thing, if I say something like, for me personally, my premise in viewing the modeling the brain, I can see that it certainly has components, and that one component seems completely devoted to creating motivation, desire, want, ambition, attraction, and repulsion. That one part of the brain is completely agenda oriented, and that there is this other part of the brain that attempts to find paths through reality, through the environment, to secure what is wanted. And that we can, through programs can modify the programming of that scheming brain and make it solve bigger puzzles than our own satisfaction. So merely by looking at the environment, scheming my way through it, I notice that there's other things in the environment. I notice that they have a character substantially equal to my own in terms of a welfare state. And then I can draw the conclusion, the obvious conclusion, that A cannot harm A, okay, and come up with a positive number. I can't do negative to the other sentience and have a net balance that comes out positive. So this is the new math I have to apply as I engineer my solution through the environment. And so this becomes a directive applied, a new agenda applied by directive recognition, by recognizing there are priorities higher than my feelings, that my spirituality does not overwhelm these rational equations, these prime directives of, in the end, don't be a net loser. Try to create more positive effect in the world. The elimination of a negative is a positive. And you can win in your life, your individual life. But that's what's required in this game we're playing. The game isn't satisfy my agenda. The game is bigger than that. And it's merely revealed by acknowledging a fact revealed by the scheming engine. The scheming mind that's going to look for a path observed a reality that needs to be accounted for. Frog. I believe it's a frog. I'm going to label it frog. It's a scientific theory. I think it will hold up forever. In spite of the two-piece serious catch-22 scenario of quantum irregularity, I claim that thing will forever remain frog. Yes, that's my theory. For all of eternity, it will be frog. Okay. I mean, at this moment. Later on, it's going to be dinner. Yes, and then it's going to be poo. And then it's going to be fertilizer. And then it's going to be, I don't know, human cockroach anus tissue. And some other kind of thing. Anyway, that's my theory. Well, feeling a little better than when I started anyway, which is hopefully good. Yeah, really have some good days, bad days. I just really still ain't right. Still gotta fight with it every day. I really do feel like I'm dying of something, but I don't know. I'm just not getting any worse, so I guess not. Yeah, I guess it's not fatal enough. The sun will come out today. Ooh, that's a nasty ass cloud coming though. Ooh, it's not gonna be out for long. So I have jury rigged a pool heater of sorts. Yeah. It's a cheap one, but I think it's quite adequate. Easily removed. Ouch. Sensibly efficient and such. Me like it. So, till next time. This is looking nicer. Yeah, I've done all this nice work. Yeah, redid all this area here. Much nicer now. Used to puddle and all kinds of horrible things. Anyway, till next time.